Okay, so check this out. You guys already know that I like simple drinks. There's nothing simpler than bourbon and a glass. Or, I don't know, maybe three if you want to add some ice into it. No extra sugars, no extra colors, no artificial flavoring, none of that type of stuff. We just, you know, give me the pure essence. You know what I mean? Let me learn if I could just take it like it is. That's going to let you know if what you're drinking is good or, if it's maybe not so good. So with that being said, this is another finished bourbon that I'm going to be talking about today, the Joseph Magnus Bourbon. Okay, so if you don't know about the Joseph Magnus Distillery, it's in Washington, D.C. So because of that, maybe it's not nationwide, but you should be able to get it pretty regularly. It's becoming more popular, so if you don't see it on your shelves, it probably will be soon. Now, this is an NDP, non-distiller producer. They are producing their own spirits now, but they haven't aged enough yet. So for this Joseph Magnus, they get a 12-year bourbon from Indiana. They bring it back to their distillery, and then they soak it for 6 to 12 months in ex-sherry barrels. If you go to the website, I really appreciate the transparency there because a lot of times you don't get that with people. So they're telling you that this is not their spirit, they're just finishing it. Meaning you take a straight bourbon or rye and then you do something else to it. So when I had a chance to get this, I saw it in the store. This is extremely expensive. So a fifth of this goes for like $100. So I don't want to spend $100 just to try something. Fortunately, they had the 100 milliliters, so I said I'll give it a try. All right, so let's go ahead and give ourselves a pour here, and then we'll talk about it. Now, so while I'm doing that, first of all, I'm going to let you guys know that I'm going to be enjoying this with Game of Thrones. So I'm pretty much about halfway through the final season. So I'll let you know what happens on that. Let's take a look at the color here. Oh, it's dark. It's very dark. Oh, you can smell it. Oh, forgot to tell you guys. So this is 100 proof. 100 proof finished bourbon. So you're going to have a little bit of a punch in here, just so you know going in. Speaking of Game of Thrones, man, man, I like the battle at King's Landing. Not King's Landing, Winterfell. I thought it was really well done how they shot that whole thing. A lot of people were complaining about it being dark, but I mean, you got to get the right TV and you got to get the right HDR when you're going into that. It started going downhill after that, I think. What happened is that that episode for the Battle of King's Landing was just, I mean, there were just a lot of things wrong with that. I don't want to get into it, but I'm hoping that this final episode is not going to be completely redonkulous. And from what I've already heard, it is. But anyway, I'm going to be sipping on this for this final episode of Game of Thrones. Let's go ahead and get into the smell. Okay, so what I'm getting off of this is fruit. I'm not getting a lot of ethanol. I'm getting something like maybe like cherry or something, fruits. Let's see, what else? So you smell the alcohol, but it's not overpowering. You're gonna know when you're on this that you're actually having a drink. That's part of the reason why I was trying to open this up a little bit. But yeah, beautiful color. Beautiful color. Sherry. Okay, I can see kind of like some of it. Not real fruity, but like, I don't know, maybe like dark fruits is probably what I would think of. Yeah, dark fruits. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the mouthfeel immediately is what I taste. It's got a little bit of a body into it, meaning that it's not really watery. It's not viscous either, but there's something in this. It's got a nice mouthfeel to it. Purposely taking small sips because with these 100 proofers, you might get caught slipping. You try to go hard on this, next thing you know, you'd be like on your ass somewhere. So you want to take this one kind of slow. Let me get one more. Yep, I feel it, feel it, feel it here. Not a lot of burn. You feel it a little bit in your chest when it goes down, but not a lot of burn after that in the stomach. So yeah, I like it. Actually, I like the finish on here. I like the finish on here a lot. What am I tasting in here? I'm not really tasting anything in particular that stands out. Like I said, what I noticed immediately was the mouthfeel. The taste, I guess, is good. It's not offensive. I can see myself enjoying this. 100 proofs. Just initial reaction, right? So, well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because this is finished. This is a finished one, so I'm going to leave it in the class by itself. I can say that, let me compare it to the Maker's 46, right, which is another finished one. I can say off the top, from what I remember, I would have to say that I like the Maker's 46 taste a little bit better than this. This one, however, doesn't drink like a 100 proofer. And I think the Maker's 46, I'm just guessing, is like a 92 proof or 93, something like that. This kind of, to me, is kind of like that. I think it drinks lower than what it actually is. Pretty good so far. So again, this bottle here is just a 100 milliliter bottle, but in the store for a fifth of this, you're talking about 100. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it out. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna reserve judgment. I'm gonna try it out. Try it out during this last Game of Thrones episode. It drinks pretty easy though, so I can see yourself drinking a lot of this. You can get wrecked on this if you're not careful. But yeah, so far I like it. Like it so far. I can see myself drinking it. I'll be back probably. I'll probably finish this in, I don't know, maybe about a week and a half in real time, but probably in your time, it'll be the next episode. So I'll be back. I'll let you know what I think. If this is your first time watching this video, this is all about neat, drinking spirits neat. I'm on a journey to find the best bourbons and dark spirits that I like, and I'm just going through most of the common ones that I see in the store, just trying to explore, trying to see what's going on. If you got one of these, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.